everyone. Hello and welcome to the LovenStamps studio. I'm Meg and I am excited to welcome you for another round of card making today. So we are on episode 480, which is a lot of projects. And today's project is going to kind of break down some of the simpler things in life. So sometimes you're in a hurry. I know the other day I'd said that I quick made some crafty Christmassy things to take on my backpacking trip in the last minute. And the thing that absolutely saved me on that was being able to run to my stack of past paper pumpkins where I'd made maybe like part of the project or something like that, and just pull out those Christmas boxes and make some Christmas tags. So today we are going to do some more paper pumpkin, and I have one of the paper pumpkins that is on the refill. It's available as a refill at the moment. And so we're going to actually go ahead and turn this one into twice as many cards as are included in it. So if you're wondering how to do that, it's pretty simple. And I'm going to give you some tips for sort of some mix and match things and some things that you might not have thought about as far as, mounting stamps and things like that. So maybe you've mounted a zillion stamp sets in your life. Maybe you've only mounted a few. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then clearly this is the right time for you. So, all right, with that, hello, everybody. Say hello, where you're coming from. Facebook is still trying to figure out whether we're like back in reality here. But hey, morning, Sue. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and switch our camera over and get started with some of our stamping this morning. So, hey, Joan. Oh yeah, I love it when everybody says where they're coming from. So we're just kind of usually all over the place. So we're going to take our paper pumpkin, we're going to turn it purple, and we're going to add in some extra things that are linked in the video description in case you want to add on some of your things. So let's take a look at paper pumpkin here. If you've never seen it before, they come in these cool orange boxes. They ship. Hey, Nikki. And you get one stamp set usually and a spot with your paper pumpkin. This one had a bonus stamp set. Woohoo for that. This is actually the March kit. It was called Memorable Meadows. Let's see. There you go. They're wrapped in this pretty paper, and then inside are all of the supplies you need to make a set of projects. Usually cards, occasionally tags, sometimes a little gifty thing. But whatever they are, they're really well curated. They're excellent supplies. Hey, Leanne. And they are a lot of fun to put together. So let's go ahead and pull some of these things out. So this is a subscription. You can subscribe for 1 month. You can subscribe for ever. You can prepay for just a handful of them. You can, whatever you like. There are lots of flexibilities to this. So there's a link in the video description to learn more about how to get started. But once you are a subscriber, then you can order the past kits too, and they are a nice discount. So like this one I think is $11.50, which is pretty awesome because it includes supplies for 9 cards, and we're going to talk about how to make that 18 cards. And 18 cards with embellishments and goodies for $11.50 is pretty ridiculously fabulous. So, hey Inika, hey Joan. So we are spread from Western Washington to the Netherlands at this point. So it's fun to get together with you guys. So we have our directions here. There's always a picture of like the designed card and then some details on putting it together. And we're going to go ahead and pop some of these on here just for fun. Let's take a look at what's in this one. So we have a whole set of envelopes and they're printed on the inside, so they're extra pretty. We have a set of card bases that are horizontal card bases, and there are all kinds of fun things you can do with a horizontal card base. If you go to the LovenStamps blog and look up DSP card base, I have a lot of DSP card base ideas, so you can check those out. There are 6 more card bases. They're here and can be folded in half. So probably if you're savvy, you've noticed already that the easiest way to double your cards is to go ahead and clip these in half. So there's nothing that says that you have to use this as your actual card base. If you want to, you can go ahead and trim these down. So let's say we really like the back of this one. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down to 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches tall. We'll take off some of the tree or some of the grass at the bottom. And now I have a half sheet here of gorgeous grape cardstock, and can fold this. I suppose I could score it. My scoring's right there. But now we have a really pretty card base with a layer, just like that. So that one card became 2 cards very, very quickly. So I know, Joan says it's a beautiful kit. I often, the past paper pumpkins sell out. And so I'm kind of flabbergasted that this one's still available because we haven't even gotten to the best part yet, in my mind, I guess. Let's see, paper pumpkins always include extra glue dots, dimensionals, and some kind of embellishment. This one has sparkly sequins of sort of a frosted iridescent sequin design, which are very pretty. It has gold foiled tags for stamping on. And the stamp set for the kit doesn't come with a refill, only the consumables. But I know that you guys have lots of greeting sets, and we're going to talk about a different kind of greeting to add to these and the cards we make. Then we have this really pretty purple, it's vellum actually. It's printed vellum, I think. This really pretty purple printed vellum in a couple different patterns. And these we can extend by, you know, clipping them and so forth. And then, okay, here is, in my opinion, the best part. These are gorgeous. So there are 9 of them. So 9 of your 18 cards can have a wood laser cut element on them. And then the others you'll have to add a different embellishment. But these are so pretty. And honestly, if you were going to the H store, the Hallmark store, and you were buying a card with a wood laser cut on it like this, that is like a $15 card, right? You guys are with me, right? So they are a really, really great value, considering you get 9 of them in this kit for $11 plus all the other stuff. So, oh, hey, Melissa, good to see you again. Oh, Sue said the glue dots weren't labeled the first time. She didn't know what they were for. Yes. They are printed with this little 3M backing, but there's a lot of it missing. So you might not see that necessarily. But anyway, the wood die cuts are just beautiful. So let's go ahead and make a card. The other thing in here is the stamps. So this one actually had 2 stamp sets. So if you are filing your stamp set somehow, I know some people put them in like a page protector kind of system where photo storage kind of, and just slide them in there. Then you know exactly what they are. They're a really easy thing to have on hand. I was just looking to see if they're a little bit smaller. So they're shown a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, it says right there, images at 85%. But anyway, that is a nice key. So basically, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you are monthly collecting 1 stamp set and 1 ink spot. So you're building up your supplies. And that is a great way to kind of get started with some great things. So the greetings in this one were pretty terrific. I like them. All right, so let's go ahead and make a card. So we're going to go back to our sort of hacked version here. We have this pretty bit here. We're going to add in a... let's see, we'll add in a tree to this one. So I'm going to pop these out. They're very nicely laser cut, so you don't have to worry too much. Just be a little gentle when you pull them out. And we're going to pop this guy on here like this. On our directions piece, it shows using one of these purple vellum pieces. So we could pop this on here. Now, if we want to try to extend this to use for more than 1 card, we can do that by going off the edge, or we could cut it vertically. And then we can use one of these fun little greeting pieces. So I actually kind of feel like this is, I don't want to cover up our pretty tree so much with our tag. So we might actually do something a little skinnier here. And the other thing that we can do is we can, of course, add greetings from any set that we want to. So my go-to for adding quick greetings, you guys have seen this before with me. This is the Thoughtful Moments Hybrid Embossing Folder. And it is, I think, one of the most flexible things in the whole catalog. If I were going to pick one thing to add to my collection right now, it would be this. And probably you guys already have it because I've been talking about it for a while. But It makes greetings like, I don't know, cranks them out like raviolis or something. So in my drawer, I just keep a whole mess of the greetings that I've already cut out. And if you haven't seen this in action before, basically it's two pieces. It's a folder and a die. They come together. That's why it's the hybrid embossing folder. And what you do is you ink up with a brayer. So we're going to brayer over the top of this. So you're going to add ink to just the surface. Then we're going to put our die down, nestle it in there, and then put a piece of our white cardstock over the top, close it up and run it through. And then we would get fabulous little inked elements like this. So these actually go pretty well here with our card that we're making. So this one happens to be white with a little bit of, what color was this likely? Probably Lost Lagoon. And I just store them in the drawer since I have more than fit in a little container now. And then this is easy to pop onto our card here to just finish that up. And it goes great with the vellum. It shows off more of our tree, and it is a really great fit. So if you haven't used these yet, definitely check them out. All right, so let's go ahead and attach this stuff because then we're gonna add to the inside of our card too. And we're gonna talk a little bit about attaching the vellum. So you can use the adhesive from the packet that comes with, or you can use the adhesive that you know you have on hand anyway. And so what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna go ahead and attach our tree here. And I'm gonna put some glue on here on the back. I really like multi-purpose liquid glue. You guys know that about me. And we're gonna go ahead and stick that on. Now I only put glue at the very bottom for the moment because I want to pop this on here and not have it be too gluey everywhere in sight. And now when I flip this over, I can see, did I keep my tree straight? There we go. I can keep my tree straight, and now I can see where I can afford to add some extra glue to the back of my vellum. You don't want to get a ton of glue on here because the vellum will show the adhesive through, and so I don't want that to pop out to the front side. So let's go ahead and attach this. Remember that with multi-purpose glue, it grabs very strongly, but not instantly. So you want to give it an extra or second or two to grab, okay? And then I'm gonna pop my little greeting on here. And for this, usually I like to have my mini Stampin Dimensionals, which have eluded me here on my table. So I might have to go with some regular ones. The edge pieces, somebody in the last time we did our video together called them bones. I think that's a great way to say the bones of the Stampin' Dimensionals, and they are a super useful thing to have. So I'm gonna pop this strip across the back here. And it occurs to me that I should have split that because I don't really want it to be on top of the tree. So actually maybe I will see if I can. The one time that you push something down really hard, right? It never fails. All right, let's try this again. So now what I'm gonna do is figure out, I don't want my R to have, so I'm gonna have one dimensional out here at this end. There we go. And then I'm gonna have a little strip of dimensionals at the far end. And I'll show you here kind of what I'm talking about if that didn't make sense to you. So what I don't really want is to have a dimensional that covers up the stem of the tree. I want to have it be a little bit more flat so it's on the same level as the tree. There we go. Okay, so now I don't have dimensional right here where it would pop that up too much. I have it on both sides. All right, and then when I trim things, I always trim from the back side because I find that it's much easier to see what I'm doing. There we go, and now I can take this and either use dimensionals to pop it up or use just glue here and pop it down straight on my card front, okay? All right, now the inside of our card, we of course want to do some stamping on, and then we need to come back and use some of our embellishments. And so the inside of our card, we're going to use a piece of basic white, and we're going to do some quick stamping on that. So I have a piece of basic white that is 4 inches by 5 1/4 to match the size for the front of our card. And we're gonna go ahead and pull in our Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. So this one is a Stampin' Die set from the new book. It came out in May, and it has a coordinating set of dies. And this is actually a really great complement for the style of the Memorable Meadows stamp set. So it has these really pretty sprays and so forth. So you could further decorate these cards if you wanted to by adding some die cut elements or things behind that would be really, really pretty, or even just a really simple, this is like one simple little flower. So lots of great possibilities here. But I'm gonna add some stamping to the inside of our card here with our gorgeous grape. And since I haven't used this stamp set before, I thought this would be a good time to give you my tips about putting stamps together. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop out an image or so here, and then when I do my stamp mounting, I really like to peel the backings off of the stamps. If you ever feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know, this is so much complication, remember that the directions are actually here on the inside of every single stamp case, so you'll always know what to do. And then on the back side of this, you'll see if you flex it, you can see that cut line there. There's a line cut across every one of the sticker backings, and so you can peel those. Now, I really like to set my stamp down on top. So what I do is I kind of get aligned. I'm looking right here to get this aligned, and then I'm looking over there, and the shape of the die cut on the sticker is the same as the shape of the die cut on the rubber. So you know that that is going to match really well. And it's actually really cool to see how they do the die cutting and so forth for these. In southern Utah, in Kanab, Utah, where they manufacture the stamps, because Stampin' Up! Manufactures their own stamps, you can actually see them putting the stamps and the die cuts and all the things together. Is really kind of a neat tour. So, all right, so I'm going to pop a couple more of these. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to save the backing, and I'm going to show you what I like to do with that. And I'll just get a couple of these on here, okay? Now, the first time you peel these, just make sure you're careful to peel the sticker along with your stamp. And I'm going to put this here for 1 second, because what I want now, I have to pop all of these out to do this. So I'm going to pop the rest of my greetings out of here. What I want now is I want the paper backing from the rubber. Now, when you're looking at this foam and rubber, there are a couple of things that you can do. One is to make shaker cards that are very, very cool. And so what you might consider doing is saving some of your rubber. It can take over a little bit, so I don't always save them. But what I do definitely save is this paper layer from the back. So I'm peeling the paper off the back of my stamp layer, and I am going to put this into my stamp case. We'll come back to this in a second. All right, so I'm gonna open this just a little bit beyond so that it's easy to slide in, and I'm going to pop this here like so, okay? So now, when I store my stamps in my case, it is very easy to see whether I have all of them returned to the case or whether I might be missing one little word somewhere that would make me sad to realize later. So I have to check the bottoms of my ink pads and stuff like that so I don't accidentally throw it away. So these won't stick because they're not stickered yet, but you kind of get the idea, okay? All right, so, and then I'm gonna pop this here and close this up. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use this cute little floral sort of, I don't know, what would you call those? They're kind of poppy-ish. They're kind of buttercup-ish. The exact name is not super clear to me. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this and we're gonna pop this here onto our inside layer. And then I'm gonna actually take the same image and I'm gonna pop it here onto the front of our envelope. So this is tying all of our elements together, and we'll glue this inside. And then we need to use some of those pretty embellishments. There's bling coming, bling coming. All right, so we're gonna pop this in here. So in order to extend your cards and make them double, you would want a package of the Gorgeous Grape cardstock. And the bonus of that is that you can, if you do use all of the vellum pieces that are included, you can add little Gorgeous Grape strips here. And of course, this is one of the really great things about kits with Stampin' Up, like Paper Pumpkin, is that everything coordinates. So this purple is the same as a purple in the cardstock. So it's really easy to mix and match to make to extend your cards, to make exactly what you want, and so forth. So then here is this. Let's grab those embellishments here. So coming back to our sequins, and maybe we'll pop a couple of these on here, like so. There we go. All right, so there's a couple of little Celebrate sequins down there at the bottom. Okay, woodland flowers. Oh, yeah, I like that. Yes, they're non-specific woodland flowers. So, all right, so then we have our card here. Now, for something like these wood die cuts, these are really pretty sturdy. I don't think they'll break in the mail. I would take the chance on just mailing them, but you probably will have to pay an upcharge because this is definitely not flexible. So you can ask when you go into the post office, and I don't even know what the current rate is since they just raised the postal rates. All right, so let's look just briefly at some of these other ones. Of course, you could take this card here and split it like in half, right? So we would cut this one in half and then maybe add our pretty element like that and another purple piece. You could have it coming down from the top, something, like that, and then add another greeting. I don't know, just because is kind of a fun one. Or you could do Get Well would be a really great one, or even a sympathy card. So we could just do a little with sympathy there across the top of our card. So that would be a really pretty card to send if you're thinking of somebody. You can even put this down here like this. Lots of different possibilities on places to pop all those little elements, right? All right. So let's take a quick look or a quick discussion here about Paper Pumpkin and how you sign up. You can get either an ongoing subscription where you just add your credit card or your debit card to the paperpumpkin.com system. I would love if you would pick me as your demonstrator, Meg Loven from Illinois. You also can get a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription. You're going to do that by using the shop link in the video description and go to prepaid subscriptions, and you can get one for 1, 3, or 6 months. If you do that, then your card isn't in the Paper Pumpkin system and your subscription will just stop when your number of kits is used up. You can pause it, you can cancel it, you can do whatever you like. But the August kit that's coming is going to be a really good one to get because it is birthday kit and everybody needs birthdays. There is rose gold in it. The cards look to be kind of a navy theme, so I think they'll be very fairly neutral gender-wise. And then you also are going to get a bonus stamp set in that kit. So the date of the month is the 10th. The 10th is the Magic Paper Pumpkin Day. On the 10th, your code is charged or your credit card is charged, and then you're going to get the kit for that month. So the 10th of August, you have to have everything set up for that. So then kits usually mail a couple days later, maybe around the 15th or so, and then you're going to get your kit towards the end of August, and you will have all those fabulous new birthday cards that are coming up. Like I said, there's no huge commitment. You can cancel a Paper Pumpkin anytime. Just make sure you do it before the 10th so that you don't inadvertently get the next month if you weren't planning on it. Or if you have, family coming to visit or friends that you want to stamp with, or you really know you're going to use a lot of birthday cards, you can up your quantity to 2 kits or 3 kits on the paperpumpkin.com website. So I think I was going to show you one more. This is the other kit that is in the refills right now is the Life is Sweet kit. And like I said, the coordination is really fun. So they match with products from the main catalog. So these here, you can see those pearls in there. These are the Life is Sweet cards, and they coordinate loosely with the Mediterranean blooms, which I love because we featured those a ton. Was that last month? 2 months ago, I guess now with Maker Mornings with Meg. So, all right. So speaking of that, it's now August and you can redeem your bonus days coupons. Yay! There's no minimum order for that. If you wanted to just order something with your $5 or your $10 or whatever, you can do that. Let me know if you have any questions about those. And yeah, have fun with that. We have for demonstrators, we'll have a pre-order coming up very shortly for the new holiday mini catalog things. And those will open for customers in September, so watch for that. And we are also, for demonstrators, getting ready to launch the Vacation Stamping School release. So if you've been kind of watching and thinking, hey, are they doing Vacation Stamping School? Yes, for the 19th annual time, we are doing our Vacation Stamping School demonstrator training event. And so that will be online late in September, and registration will open very soon for that. So watch for that. If you've been an attendee before, you'll get an email directly with a link to register. If you haven't attended before, watch, and I will post on my LovenStamps page, so you'll be able to learn more about that. So, and if you're not a demonstrator and you would like to join us, sign up as a demonstrator. I would love to have you join my team, and there are perks for Vacation Stamping School for you. So, as a LovenStamps demonstrator. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Happy pre-Friday. Yes, thank you, Kelly. Whew, I almost forgot that it was pre-Friday. Happy pre-Friday. Hope you have a great weekend and that you have some time to make some cards. Honestly, like there are very few things faster than pulling out a paper pumpkin and just sticking a card together. And these are beautiful. I would highly recommend this particular kit, but really any of them. I've been so pleased with the quality of the supplies and the designs in Paper Pumpkin, especially over the last year or two. They're just outstanding and beautiful. So do yourself a favor, make some quick cards, share them with people in your life. I mean, these would be really easy ones they're not super specific to anything. So they'd be really quick to just, make up 18 cards and send to people. Send to your cousins, send to your nieces and nephews, send to your in-laws, send to people you went to high school with. I don't know. Pull out your Christmas card list and send some mid-year greetings just to say you're thinking of somebody, because honestly, who doesn't love that? So I might have to take my own advice and mail some cards this weekend. But in any case, I should have some videos for you next week with more projects, and we'll be getting together our August Maker Mornings with Meg LovenStamps monthly tutorials coming up soon. So have a great day, everyone, and I wish you a great weekend, and we will see you next week. So happy stamping, everyone.